as we do, we normally get into a little bit of debauchery on this podcast. You know, one thing I noticed that's missing from our episodes.
P. Diddy?
No, we've done a lot on P. Diddy. Is one thing we've missed since our first and second episode is a lot of what I have that I'm passionate about is rants and raves.
Oh,
little small nuances and things in day to day that I'm very passionate about.
All right, well, hit me with it.
For instance, it was ergonomic chairs. It was morning pick-me-ups. I've missed out on ranting about a lot of things that unsettle me.
Man, I do miss me a good morning pick-me-up.
Fortunately, it's the evening, so you won't be needing any of those.
Yuck.
But the other day, let me tell you a story. I was in a public restroom, okay, and this inspired, me remembering how much I hate this.
Oh.
And Mr. Furman, I'm at the urinal. I'm having me a very peaceful piss. And humor me on this.
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, a nice peaceful urination, if you will. And as I'm pissing, another gentleman in this restroom proceeds to engage the hand dryer. And let me tell you, this hand dryer was so loud, it jump scared me. It literally interrupted my stream of piss. That this hand dryer was so loud.
Your urinal experience, as it were.
And it reminded me, one of the things I hate most in this world is hand dryers. I hate them with a burning passion.
Why? Because of the robot equivalent of...
I hate them for multiple reasons. The first is the sheer loudness. I wish somebody would do a study on this. When you dry your hands, you could argue, well, getting your hands dry makes it harder for bacteria to grow. And, moisture... moisture breeds bacteria, so dry hands are more like, you're more sanitary with dry hands.
It's moist.
I genuinely believe the net negative on your longevity that the sheer sound of a hand dryer does to your psyche and your nervous system ends up netting less quality of life and less time on Earth. Like, I think your actual lifespan is decreased every time you're in the presence of a hand dryer.
I mean, I would go ahead and argue with you on this one, but I feel like glory holes might be a little bit cleaner.
They're cleaner than hand dryers, that's for sure.
At least, if you take some hand sanitizer before it...
And the chat's engaging amongst themselves. I'm glad to see it. The more you guys interact, the better we're all going to be. But no, are you with me here? The hand dryer, you've surely been in a restroom where the hand dryer was so loud you might have been... Did a nuclear bomb just get dropped?
Oh, dude, I can't tell you how many Hiroshimas and fucking Nagasaki's were dropped, and then that hand dryer comes on.
I walked out of that restroom, ladies and gentlemen, with PTSD, literal shell shock. I'm never gonna be the same man after that event. I go, I go up to the counter and I'm like shaking. My nervous system is fried. I'm gonna need 4 or 5 prescriptions of Xanax to recover from what I experienced in that restaurant.
At the China buffet, this man's hands are shaking so hard, you'd figure there'd be a baby in between them. I can't believe it. This man, I've seen him. He's walked out. He's had this hollowed look in his eyes.
Yeah, and I said, I think it's genuinely comparable to this. It's genuinely comparable to a lawnmower in terms of how loud it is. And people are like, no, a lawnmower is louder. Okay, a lawnmower is louder than a hand dryer. No, let me tell you. A lawnmower is outside, right? It's out in the open. But in a restroom, it is closed walls, hard walls. So that sound is bouncing. That sound is bouncing off those walls. You're getting hit from every angle with these hand dryers. You don't know where it's coming from. You can't even. You turn. Where the fuck's that coming? You don't even know.
Look, this man did not lose 2 legs in Vietnam to go ahead and be disrespected by hand dryers.
And the other thing, in America, you're like, why are there so many gaps in the stalls? Like, why are there these gaps in the stalls? I'll tell you, because if they engineered the stalls without gaps, the sheer power and vibration of the hand dryer would decimate the stall. The vibration alone would collapse the stalls. And so the reason you have to worry about a dude peeking and see it in your pee-pee while you're taking a dump is because those hand dryers.
See, that's why that is the exact reason why I jerk it. If he's gonna look through there, then he's gonna see some shit he doesn't want to see.
Yeah, that's the auto response. You see a dude peeking, you just go. I understand. I respect. That's a good combat right there. But no, they are. If Satan was an inventor, I'm telling you, his first invention was the hand dryer.
I think it was the hand cap.
And before I give off this rant, okay, the one argument is the sheer blow it's going to deal to your psyche. But let's do number 2. Because people might go, oh, it's better for the environment, right? You're not having to use paper. You're not killing the trees. It's going to be better for the environment.
Yeah, I'm
right?
sure.
But here's what you got to factor in. There's 2 things that make me believe the hand dryer is worse for the environment. The first is the raw energy that sucker is using. It is using raw energy. You don't get a sound that loud unless you got a power system behind it. I mean, they probably got a fucking backup generator.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like this.
They got a backup generator just for the hand dryer, okay? So at least in that area, I'm going, nope, it's not helping the environment. Number 2, okay, so people don't use paper, right? Helps the trees.
Yeah.
I'd wager that more often than not, drying your hands ends up costing more paper products than drying them with the hand dryer. Here's why. Because you're so unsettled after using it, you need a comfort product, a comfort food. And so you're going to go out and eat some comfort food like Ritz crackers, like Pop-Tarts. And what do those come in? Paper product boxes.
How dare you besmirch?
And so just to get back to baseline, just to get back to safety, you end up using more paper just by seeking out comfort foods.
Just because the China King Buffet Ultra and Mega Super has given you the options between blowing your hands in between 2 lips of metal, which are going...
And so yeah, I'm telling you, the hand dryers, they're the devil. Hand dryers are the devil.
They are the absolute fucking taint-sucking worst out of the human race.
And I want to pick up a counterpoint that I've heard. You know, somebody said, well, one benefit of the hand dryer, right, is it provides enough sound. You can do number 2 without being heard. Like you can drop a nice deuce.
That is not true. I have never been able to drop a nice deuce to the sound of a hand dryer.
Yeah. And I'm gonna pick that point up. No, that's not true. It's worse than you think.
Oh, dude, it's way worse.
If you're the kind of guy seeking comfort and anonymity when you're dropping a deuce, you're already of the wrong frame of mind as a man. And so one of the most masculine things you can do is do number 2 as loud as possible. personally, when I'm in a public restroom, I try to make as much noise as possible when I'm doing, number two, because I want to assert dominance. I want to let the people in the restroom know that I am not scared of their presence. And so if you're seeking comfort from sound, I think it's kind of like you're in the safe zone as a man. You don't want to be in the safe zone because it's just going to create a lot more submissive activity on your part. You want to be in an environment that's silent so you have the maximum capacity for a masculine activity. And a masculine activity is dropping a very loud deuce right in the toilet. That's part of being a man. You're probably losing testosterone levels by seeking the shield of the sound of the hand dryer. And so you're turning yourself into a beta male by using the hand dryer to your advantage. And so even to that point, I go, it is a detriment to society. And shortly, Mr. Furman is going to be rejoining us. We're up to 7 viewers. If we get to 10, it'll be another cash giveaway episode.
Oh, yeah.
So I spoke my spill on the hand dryer. You got any other odds and ends? Or because, one other point you maybe want to talk. Sometimes the toilets flush so loud, they're comparable.
Oh, no. Not even close. Let's go ahead and be real here. AK?
Yeah.
Anybody that goes ahead and uses a hand dryer that is air-based is basically doing a bacterial re-scrub of their hands. You might as well go ahead and swat your balls around a little bit after you make sure it happens.
We got somebody in the chat saying, I don't care if you hear me pooping. You chose to be there. Good on you, man. Now, that is the right frame of mind.
That is
Now that's being in the masculine frame. That is being in the masculine frame.
Yeah, you got that Sigma mindset. But also, if you're going to be in the bathroom, and if you're going to piss so loud that you sound like you're fucking boiling chicken, then you know what? If you don't wash your hands before you leave, then that's on you. You are how do I say this for the PC culture? You are a garbage person